And now for me, I'm 5 years down the line in my recovery from an eating disorder. I try and connect with the Rachel who first got sick. So I've gone from sort of my first initial stages in recovery, looking to the girl who was kind of hurt, to now looking at and still having time for the woman who developed the eating disorder. And not using behaviours doesn't just happen overnight. It doesn't just like all go away. It takes a huge amount of work, a huge amount of commitment, a huge amount of faith, a huge amount of trust. And it's about saying, do you know what, I'm a good person, and I might not feel that I'm a good person at the moment, or I might despise parts of myself, but you know what, give myself a break. I'm going to actually think about how I would treat my best friend or my animals. A lot of you I know have animals. Try and treat yourself with that same gentle nature, and if you start to do that, it becomes, you kind of slowly come out of yourself, and it actually then you gain a huge amount of strength from doing that, and it allows you to begin to verbalize what is going on. And a lot of that can be found in assertiveness trainings. And so many people who suffer with an eating disorder internalize all this pain, and as I've just said before, whether they're abused or whatever, even if you've never been abused, okay, even if those issues are not in your past or your present, you do need to be gentle to yourself, in the sense of using an eating disorder is self-destructive. There's no argument about that. There's no kind of right or wrong with that. It is destructive. It's a destructive behaviour in the same way that alcoholism is and drug addiction is. And it hurts you. It not only hurts you physically, it hurts you emotionally, it hurts you spiritually, mentally, in every sort of way. It hurts you. And so when you enter into recovery, it's about saying, do you know what, I'm going to actually try and nurture myself. I'm going to try and look after myself. And so all of that builds you up, and you gain huge amounts of strength, and then you begin to find a voice, and this kind of very quiet kind of silence starts to lift, and you kind of come out of yourself, and you begin to find this voice, and you begin to practice using your voice. And it's kind of like, do you know what, today I feel really shit, okay? And you can go and talk to somebody, you can say it to somebody, you can use some of the things Ariel suggested yesterday. You can use all of these different ways of coping to find a voice. A voice doesn't have to be, I'm talking here literally finding our voice using words, but to begin with, or even later on, that can be through your art. That is a voice. Blogging is a voice. In any way you can use our voice. And photography, I know photography for me, and I think all of that is so incredibly important and so crucial. And that's what recovery for me is about. And as I said right at the beginning here, believe your voice can mean something. Well, do you know what, it does matter. And you aren't just somebody who should fade into the wall almost, and kind of not have any presence, not have any weight behind her steps. You're a person. You are a gift. You are unique, and you are worth something. And even if at the moment you do not believe that, let my voice, let this I'm saying to you, be your voice. Even if you can't find that for yourself, okay, I will say to you, you are worth something. And yeah, this is my voice. This is what we're all doing on this collab, and that's why I think it's so important, because some days I don't know what to say. I kind of looked at communicating pain without using a self-destructive behaviour. Shit, how am I gonna tackle that? How am I gonna verbalise? How am I gonna articulate what finding a voice is? And I've kind of done it, and I've worked my way around it, and I'm kind of at the end of this now, sort of 10 minutes down the line, and I'm thinking, believe your voice can mean something, Rachel. So later on, if I've been having a bit of a tough time, to say the least, recently, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say, do you know what, You are worth something. You are worth having a voice for. And you've just voiced something to millions, I wish, hundreds of people, if I'm hopeful, and let that be a strength to them. Let them take this video, whether they hold it as a favourite, whatever, and switch it on and say, do you know what, I'm going to listen to this because I'm going to believe that my voice means something. And even if right now I'm using the voice of a collab member, this can be any of our videos that you watch. Use it, take it, hold it, and allow it to strengthen you. And you know, yeah, let it strengthen you, and begin to let go of those destructive behaviours. Begin to find ways of communicating what's going on for you. Alright guys, and I'll see you next week. Okay, bye.